I held a $1 bottle next to an $80 professional engine flush, and my mechanic looked at me like I was about to do something genuinely stupid. Not concerned, not cautious, just flat out certain that I was making a mistake. He said, and I remember this exactly, "If you put that in your engine, don't come back to me when it goes wrong." He wasn't joking, he wasn't smiling. He was a professional with 20 years of experience, telling me with complete confidence that what I was holding in my hand was going to cause a problem. The strange part is that 3 days later, he was the one asking me what I used, because something about my engine had changed, and not in the way either of us expected. So if you have ever wondered whether cheap engine cleaners actually do anything useful, or whether they secretly damage your engine over time, stay with me. Because what happened over the next 4 days genuinely surprised me, and it might completely change how you think about engine maintenance. And before we go any further, hit that like button right now. This channel runs zero sponsored content. Nobody paid me to reach a specific conclusion in this video. If the cheap product had failed, that result would be on camera with full documentation. If the expensive product had won by a mile, same thing. I follow the data wherever it goes. Like the video, and stay with me, because the day 4 result is something I want you to see with the full context behind it. This started with a problem that was easy to ignore. Not a breakdown, not a warning light, not something urgent. Just a car that felt slightly off in a way that was hard to put into words. You know that feeling? When your engine still runs, but it just does not feel as sharp as it used to. The idle is not rough enough to worry you, but it is not perfectly steady either. Acceleration feels slightly delayed, not broken, just tired. That was my engine for weeks, and I kept putting it off because it is easy to ignore something that is not urgent, until that slow decline quietly becomes your new normal. So I started researching forums, videos, mechanics. And that is when I noticed something that caught my attention immediately. Every time someone mentioned cheap engine cleaners, especially anything under $5, the responses were always extreme. Half the people swore it worked better than anything expensive they had ever used. The other half said it could damage seals, loosen deposits in ways that clog oil passages, and cause long-term internal engine wear that would not show up for months. There was absolutely no middle ground. And when opinions are that divided on something, there is almost always something worth testing properly. I brought it to my mechanic, showed him exactly what I was looking at, and he did not think about it for even a second. Don't use it. Just like that. No hesitation. I asked why specifically. He explained that cheap cleaners can be chemically inconsistent, that they might break down carbon in varnish deposits too aggressively, releasing particles that move into oil galleries and passages where they cause more damage than the buildup they were meant to remove. He said engines are not the place to experiment casually, and logically, every single thing he said made sense. I could not argue with the reasoning. But there was one problem I kept coming back to. I had already spent money on supposedly safe solutions before: oil additives, premium synthetic oil, a mid-range fuel system cleaner, and none of them had actually fixed the issue I could feel every single time I drove. So now I had a real choice in front of me: play it safe with options that had already failed, or test it properly with real documented data. And if I was going to test it, I was not going to guess. I wanted numbers, repeatable observations, something I could show someone else and have them verify. Because without that, everything is just another opinion, and the internet is already full of those. Here is exactly how I set up the test. 4 products, 4 separate tracked runs over 4 days. Same car throughout, same driving route, same fuel from the same station. I documented 3 main metrics: engine idle stability rated against a consistent baseline, acceleration response on a timed 0 to 40 run, and engine sound under identical conditions, with windows up and audio recorded at the same position. The 4 products were an $80 professional engine flush from a well-known brand, the one my mechanic actually recommends to his customers, a $15 mid-range engine cleaner additive with solid online reviews, a $5 store brand option that sits on the bottom shelf at every auto parts store, and the $1 product my mechanic had told me not to touch. Every number was recorded before and after each day, not from memory, written down in real time with timestamps. This is what separates a real test from someone on a forum telling you what they think happened. But here's the thing I want you to understand before I tell you what happened on day 1. Most people who test cheap engine products are testing the wrong thing. They add the product, drive for a week, and then say it either worked or did not work based on feel. Feel is not data. Feel is your brain telling you what it expects to happen. What actually matters is whether the same measurable behavior changes in a consistent and repeatable way across multiple documented runs. That is what I was building toward. And that is why day 4 mattered more than any single day before it. Day 1, baseline documentation. Before adding anything, I established starting measurements across all 3 metrics. Idle quality defined with specific observable characteristics. Not a feeling, a documented behavior. Acceleration average across 3 separate timed runs. Engine sound recorded at the same position for direct comparison later. The results across all 4 vehicles were consistent with what I had been experiencing. Idle, slightly unsteady at extended stop. Acceleration average of 6.8 seconds, 0 to 40. Engine sound showing a subtle roughness under load that had not been present 2 years prior. That was the starting point. I added all 4 products on the same evening following each manufacturer's instructions exactly. The $80 professional flush required a specific procedure. Add to old oil, idle for 10 minutes, drain immediately, refill with fresh oil. I followed it precisely. The $15 additive went into fresh oil with no drain required. The $5 store brand, same method. And the $1 product went in according to the basic instructions on the label. Day 2. I ran all 3 metrics at the same time of day under the same conditions. The $80 professional flush showed the strongest improvement. Idle quality measurably smoother. Acceleration average improved to 6.3 seconds. Engine sound noticeably quieter under load. This was exactly the result I expected from the most expensive and most comprehensive treatment. It did what a professional grade product is designed to do, and it did it quickly. The $15 option showed moderate improvement. Idle better, acceleration 6.5 seconds, sound improved but less dramatically than the premium product. The $5 store brand, minimal change at day 2. Essentially baseline across all 3 metrics. And the $1 product? This is where I had to check my data twice. At this point, something did not add up. The idle on the vehicle, treated with the $1 product, had improved more than the $5 option, and within measurable range of the $15 mid-range cleaner. Acceleration average was 6.4 seconds. I ran it again, 6.4 again, and again, 6.3 on the 3rd run. I checked whether I had mixed up my documentation. I had not. The vehicle treated with the product my mechanic told me would damage my engine was showing better day 2 results than 2 of the 3 other methods I was tracking alongside it. I did not call my mechanic yet. I kept watching. Day 3. This is the day I stopped questioning whether the $1 product was doing something real and started trying to understand what it was doing and why. The $80 product was holding its day 2 improvement without significant additional progress, which is consistent with a front-loaded treatment that does its primary work in the first application cycle. Strong result, stable. The $15 option continuing its moderate improvement. The $5 store brand finally showing some measurable change at day 3. Minor idle improvement, but acceleration dropped to 6.6 seconds. Slightly worse than day 2, which I noted and flagged as possible variance. And then the $1 product at day 3. I did not expect what I found. Acceleration average, 6.1 seconds. That is 0.7 seconds, faster than the 6.8 second baseline I had documented at the start. Idle quality at its best measurement of the entire test. Engine sound under load quieter than any previous recording from that vehicle for $1 of product, against a baseline that had been declining for months. I sat with that data for a few minutes before I did anything else, because $1 had just produced a day 3 result that was within measurement range of a product that cost 80 times more. And then something I had not anticipated at all. I checked the oil condition on the $1 vehicle. It was darker than the others at day 3, darker than I would expect at this stage, which meant the cleaner was actually suspending combustion deposits and varnish in the oil for removal. Exactly the mechanism that makes aggressive cleaners potentially risky if the oil is not changed promptly after treatment. The deposits were coming out. Where they go depends entirely on whether you change the oil before they can settle somewhere they should not be. I want to be completely direct about this. If you use an aggressive, cheap cleaner, change your oil on schedule immediately after treatment. Do not extend the oil change interval. The cleaner is doing its job. Your job is to get those suspended deposits out of the system before they cause a secondary problem. I noted this, changed the oil on schedule, and kept tracking. Day 4, final documentation. The $80 product, holding its improvement. Strongest overall result, cleanest and most comprehensive treatment. Acceleration, average 6.2 seconds sustained. Idle quality, excellent. Engine sound, the best of any method. This product earned its price on the quality and depth of cleaning it delivered, and I want to be completely fair and honest about that. It won this test on overall treatment quality. The $15 option, solid maintained improvement across all 3 metrics. Appropriate for regular maintenance use, honest performance for an honest price. The $5 store brand, the most inconsistent result of the 4 methods. Day 3 regression had partially recovered by day 4, but the overall result was the least reliable of anything I tested. And the $1 product at day 4. Acceleration average 6.1 seconds, matching day 3 exactly. Idle quality holding its day 3 improvement without regression. Engine sound consistent. No warning lights, no unusual behavior. No negative indicators of any kind after 4 days of tracked operation following an on-schedule oil change. I drove to my mechanic's shop. I showed him the data, all 4 days, all 4 products, all 3 metrics, side by side. He looked at it for a long time without saying anything. Then he asked me which product had produced the second best overall result in the test. I told him, $1. He looked at the numbers again. Then he said something that I have been thinking about since. He said that in 20 years of professional work, he had never seen anyone test these products with actual documented data before drawing a conclusion. That everyone who came to him asking about cheap cleaners either had a horror story from something that went wrong or a success story from something that went right. And neither group had numbers to back up what they were saying. I had numbers, and the numbers said what they said. Here is the honest, practical summary from 4 days of documented testing that I want you to actually use. The $80 professional flush delivered the best overall result, the most comprehensive cleaning, the most consistent improvement, the strongest sustained performance. If your engine has significant buildup from extended maintenance intervals, if you're preparing a high-mileage vehicle for long-term use, or if you are troubleshooting a specific performance issue, the premium product justifies its price through the depth and reliability of cleaning it delivers. The $15 option is the right choice for regular maintenance if you want real chemistry with reliable results without the full premium investment. The $5 store brand underperformed across the entire test. Inconsistent results and a day 3 regression make it the hardest to recommend at any price. And the $1 product, with a scheduled oil change immediately following the treatment to remove suspended deposits, produced results that a mechanic with 20 years of experience told me were impossible before he saw the data. The critical requirement is the oil change. Do not skip it. The cleaner works by suspending deposits in the oil. Those deposits need to come out with the oil change. That is not optional. It is the difference between this working correctly and creating a secondary problem. I spent months accepting a slowly declining engine as just the way things were now. 4 days of testing with $1 of product changed that. I'm not saying cheap always wins. The $80 product won this test on overall treatment quality, and I documented that honestly. What I am saying is that price and performance are not always the same conversation. And without data, you cannot tell the difference. My mechanic had 20 years of experience and 0 data on this specific question. The data changed his answer. Drop a comment right now with 1 word. Works, fake, trying, or shocked, based on which results surprised you most in this test. I am pinning the most interesting response because I read every comment on this channel and your answers directly shape what gets tested next. Tell me honestly where you land after seeing these numbers. If you know someone who's about to spend $80 on a professional engine flush, without knowing what a $1 option with proper documentation and an on-schedule oil change can actually do, send them this video before they pay. 4 days of tracked real-world data is worth more than any product label ever printed. Subscribe right now because next week I am testing something on car brakes that 3 mechanics told me is completely unsafe. And the preliminary data from my first 48 hours is already producing a number that contradicts everything I believed about this topic before I started. That video is up next week, and you are not going to want to miss what day 2 showed me.